was playing some Ghost here, and I either got into a bug lobby or something happened. But everybody in the entire lobby showed up as an enemy. And I ran around this fucking map, shooting my teammates all blue in the face, thinking they were enemies. So, enjoy that. It should be kind of interesting. Hey, this is Odin Kai 2112 here. Just wanted to throw together this first video commentary here to apologize to all my subscribers out there, all 4 or 5 of you, even though it says I have 86. I think there's only about 4 or 5 that would be active if I were throwing together any videos. But I just wanted to say I'm sorry and humbly request your forgiveness. And although the reasons may be many, at the end of the day, whether the reasons are good or bad, it boils down to that I neglected my small channel. And I wanted to apologize to all of you out there. G-Bach, Dragon of the East Blue, your ass is mine. Since this is really, my first video commentary, I wanted to take some time and introduce myself to the community. I am basically a 37-year-old gamer, father of 4. My oldest son recently joined the Marine Corps. He's out in San Diego right now doing boot camp, doing well. So we're proud of him for that. I've basically been playing video games since the days of the ColecoVision. Granted, I think it was a few years later that my ColecoVision was around and wasn't, originally when it was out. But somewhere right around the Atari 2600 days is where I really got into the games. First real game system was the NES, and I played the ever-loved piss out of Zelda. Great game. I got to watching YouTube videos and got into the YouTube video scene about 2.5, 3 years ago, pretty much because of one commentator. Everybody likes to get into, who is the one that got you hooked on the YouTube scene. And my one was Brumac. And his video that got me hooked was, play your own fucking game. And, I still go back to this day and watch that once in a while and get a good chuckle. Said this before and I'll say it again. I owe a lot of my limited success in YouTube to Brumac. He introduced me to the pleasures of something I thought would be fun. So I will link him down in the description for his channel. And if you haven't checked out Brumac yet, I highly suggest you do. He's a great commentator. Basically tells it how it is, and he's not one of the guys that's going to sell out and do whatever the fuck just to make money or views. I mean, I know he could really use it. But, he still stayed true to Brumac. So I applaud him for that. And out of my time creating YouTube videos, I have met a bunch of, interesting people. And in addition to Brumac, there was always the lovely Miss Strangelove. And G-Bach 77 was a great influence and help with me. He basically came in and gave me some motivation and helped me do some editing. And I mean, he didn't edit for me exactly, but he gave me some pointers and some tips and stuff. So I want to thank G-Bach. He does some amazing montages, and he deserves to just blow up. There's always, of course, Shaun of the Dead. He's, on and off again, but he was one of my inspirations back in the day. All 3 years of it, right? And then, of course, there's Dragon of the East Blue. He's been trying to get me to do a dual com with him for months. Shit. And, I'm just a little bit too busy, or I can't take the time out, or I'm a little bit, shy, I guess, working with other people. So there's him. And then, of course, most recently there is Your Ass Is Mine. I basically stumbled across this guy when he had about 25 subscribers. And since then, he's just blown up. He's almost up around 90 now, I believe, almost bigger than me. So I hope he goes. And he's kind of been trying to get me to throw out some videos. So that's good. That's good. And then, there's a bunch of other people that only know me as a stalker. I mean, a subscriber to their channels. So the 3 that I really wanted to, give props to are G-Bach, aka G-Bach 77, Dragon of the East Blue, and then Your Ass Is Mine. So if you haven't, the links are down in the description down there, so go check them out. And once again, Dragon, sorry that we never got that dual com off the ground. And if you're still interested, we'll try and get something going. All the props to those 3. And if you check all 3 of those out, I believe, without a doubt that all 3 of them are undervalued and deserve to, explode. Just a little bit of extra love. So if you haven't, go check those 3 guys out. Subscribe to them if you like their content, and let them know Odin sent you. Somewhere along the way, for my YouTube career, I got the wild hair and decided to apply for partnership through Machinima. And to my great surprise, they actually partner me. I'm not sure why. I mean, at the time I had 2 or 3 or 4 videos that had anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 views on them for Darksiders 2 kind of instruction video type of stuff. So I don't know, maybe they saw something that I didn't. So that was kind of cool. And there's a lot of heat going towards Machinima right now for not supporting their partners. And maybe there is, maybe there's not, but I can't fault Machinima. The only person that I can fault for not blowing up on YouTube is myself. Basically, it's my fault for not being consistent enough. And I can't blame the Big M at all. I'm sure I'd probably be doing better monetary-wise on my own, and I really don't need Machinima. But at the time I applied, that was the only way to be able to live stream on YouTube. So, whatever. It is what it is. I got another couple years or whatever on my contract. But, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So, basically with this video, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and start putting out some, consistent, new, fresh content. I want to try and at least stream once a week, whatever game, get some of the people I like to play with, or maybe some new folks to come out and play some COD or some whatever. I've been playing a lot of Payday too. That's a lot of fun. And then, I'd at least like to try and get one video a week of something out, whether it's a montage or some goofy little fucking commentary like this or whatever. It's just I would like to get one video out a week and then live stream at least once a week. The largest hurdle for me is coming up with creative content that'll entertain you folks. When it comes to being creative, I'm more of an analytical guy. It's comes hard to be creative for me. So I hope you can all give me a little bit of slack and work with me while I'm trying to figure out some of the latest cutting edge editing techniques, or 360 sniper montages or whatever. Always up for constructive criticism. So if you have any, make sure you leave them in the comments below and don't just be a dickhead trolling the comments. I will be, however, breaking out of my commentator shell and applying or auditioning or whatever the fuck you call it for Serial Assassin's C3 challenge this coming year. So I hope to have that done here in the next week or so, or maybe I'll submit this one. He's made it really easy this year. So if you're interested in the C3 or don't know what it is, it's basically a community commentator challenge that gets a bunch of commentators in, they pair them off against each other, and they go for a number of weeks until there's one left standing, and that guy wins some pretty nice swag, as well as showcase on Apocalypse's channel, which is a nice big YouTuber. So that's something you should check out. I'll put the link in the description down below as well for that. And then let's see, what else do I got here? And I do have 2 or 3 promised videos that I'm trying to get created. I hope to have my patrolling versus camping video that I've been promising a couple people for the better part of the last 6 months. And then I have a short GTA 5 movie that I was starting to work on prior to my computer crashing, so I'll see if I can still salvage that. You see some of the time-lapse videos down below that I was kind of experimenting with for that. So we got that coming, and then I also promised a bunch of folks, at least on my Twitter, some Sniper Elite 3 montages. So as soon as I get that out and figured out some decent music for that, I'll throw that guy out. And then I'm really excited about the patrolling versus camping video. It's going to feature some gameplay from Brumac with his permission. And believe it or not, I actually got Black X Worm to give me permission to use some of his footage. So it should be pretty interesting. And either way, I wanted to thank all you guys for watching. And I will hopefully be bringing you some, fresh new content soon. All right. Thank you very much.